Um, okay, so the answer for this is immediately the easiest one for me. I have been a self-taught artist since the age of 5. I would really like to go to school in order to kind of hone and learn more things in order to perfect the way that I draw. But yeah, since the age of 5 all the way up to now, I have taught myself how to draw. It has taken a lot of time for me to get where I'm at, where I'm happy and comfortable with my art, but yeah. Long story short, yes, I am a self-taught artist. I have been drawing since the age of 5. Like, literally, when it came to me, I forgot what the inspiration as to why I wanted to draw. I mean, I know I've always had coloring books, and with those coloring books, I liked crayons. I liked the act of drawing, and then it didn't help that I was always watching cartoons, and the stuff that I would see, I would always want to draw. So yeah, since I was 5, I would say from the age of 5 all the way up to maybe 13 is when I was drawing. And then I kind of stopped drawing in all of middle school, because for some reason I thought finding friends and like teenager problems, I thought that stuff was way more important. And it didn't take until my freshman year of high school that I got back into art and even writing, because it took one of my friends, actually, she was on like this quiz site, and it had something to do with like art and anime and stuff, and this site, I forgot what it was called. I think it's shut down now, but this site really took me back into having an interest of drawing, and then my new interest of writing. So, yeah. Long story short, from age 5 to like 13, I was drawing, and then from age, I would say 15, 16 onward, I've been drawing ever since. No, not at all. Not to beat up on myself or anything like that, but I do think that my art is okay. It's okay, and I think the only reason why I downplay my art is simply because I don't have any type of professional education or any college education to back it up. So for me, I'm probably I'm downplaying the heck out of it, but I don't know, for me, because I'm so critical of myself, I think what would make me a really good artist is if I was really good at like posing and drawing landscapes and drawing like illustrating backgrounds and stuff like that, and those would have to be like my biggest weaknesses. But yeah, I have a feeling that once I learn and overcome all of my weakness, then I can accept myself being a good artist. But right now, I think I'm okay. I think I'm an okay artist. I would say the thing that annoys me most about being an artist is the fact that okay, so family-wise, when you say you're an artist, for some reason your family wants to be like your manager or your agent, and they want to just tell everybody around them that, oh yeah, no, my daughter, she's an artist. Yeah, you guys should network. And it's just like, I don't want to network with anybody. I just want to draw my own things. So I would say that is one of the most annoying things about being an artist. Another thing with being an artist that I find annoying is I don't want to generalize, but I want to say a good majority of artists are very pretentious, especially if you meet them in real life. Like a lot of artists that I've met, it could be through online experiences, but also in real life. But it's I don't know, if I come off as pretentious, I would love for someone to tell me. But most of the artists that I have met, they have been awfully pretentious. And that's why I try not to get to know too many artists, simply because I have a feeling that we probably won't get along or something like that. I don't know. I feel like drawing should be fun, and I feel like most artists take themselves too seriously. So it's like, imagine going into an area where you have people who take like their art so seriously and then think that they're better than other people simply because they can draw like anime very well. It's like, okay, good for you, I guess, but okay. There's also art thieves. There's the constant fear of always the possibility of your art being stolen and having to deal with that mess. Thankfully, I haven't really been through that. I'm glad I have really supportive friends and followers that have always got my back regarding that type of mess. But yeah, there's so many things that annoys me about being an artist, but I would say those are probably like my top 3. I like drawing attractive shonen boys. Like, I like drawing anime dudes who have a, that hero type of look. I like drawing fan art of really, like, visually compelling characters. I especially appreciate characters that have muscles. I enjoy drawing muscular characters. Gosh. I just have a fascination and fixation with like just muscles and a very muscular build. I don't know what got me into that. I don't know what caused this awakening. I would have to try and figure it out. It was probably JoJo's though. But yeah, I would say the top 2 things. I like drawing spunky and or beautiful anime boys or guys. I don't know. In this day and age, you can't even say boys without, stuff sounding weird. So guys and yeah. I mean, I like fan art too. So I would say yeah. More okay. I'm a switch. More than anything, I draw fan art of already existing anime. But on average, the fan art is usually of characters who are muscular or who are gorgeous and all this other stuff. Okay, I'm done. Old, ancient, whatever you want to call it. Surprisingly, no. I would always assume that at least at some point in my life, considering I've been drawing for a long time, that somebody would say that my art is bad. But I've never really gotten that type of feedback ever, surprisingly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have. So, that's cool. I would say cartoons, just cartoons at a young age. Cartoons, like Oh, especially anime. Like, I've always liked, okay, so when I grew up, there was the Powerpuff Girls, there was all types of like, um, what was it? Like Dexter's Lab, like Johnny Bravo, like those types of cartoons. Like, yeah, I would watch those as a kid. But when anime was being introduced to America and there was like all these types of dubs, that is what really got me into drawing. Probably not drawing anime per se, but it really got me drawing like what I was seeing. I thought anime was so stunning. The first anime that I saw that really inspired me would be Sailor Moon. Of course, everything about Sailor Moon, the 90s version, of course, was like beautiful to me. There was also Dragon Ball Z, but I feel like, I was just watching that as a show, that wasn't really, I wasn't really drawing. I wasn't trying to draw that, but Sailor Moon, that was really it. But as I said before, I lost the will to draw in middle school. I kind of lost my way and didn't really want to draw anymore. And then one of my friends got me back into drawing by writing and all this other stuff. And all like anime in general is what inspired me to start drawing. No, okay, wait a minute. No. Okay, my friend very much played a part in me wanting to draw, but even before that, I just remembered. Okay, so when I was in middle school, I wasn't even bothering with trying to draw, right? But in middle school, there was this goth chick, and she drew anime so well. At the time, I was super obsessed with the anime Trigun, Vash the Stampede. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I was so, I liked it. But at the time, when I was a kid, it wasn't really, I don't know. Nobody really talked about whether or not they liked anime. I think people already had like a preconceived stigma against anime, where if you talked about it, then you were a nerd or something like that. But nobody ever really talked about it, right? So anyway, I saw this girl drawing and I noticed that she drew Vash, and I was like, is that Vash the Stampede? And she looked at me like, how do you know? And I was just like, yo, that's one of my favorite animes, blah blah blah, da da da. And so she would sit around and not really do anything. And I think, back then I was so annoyed with her, but I think now I can understand her place now. But back then, when she was bored, she would just draw anything, right? And then she'd get all these compliments, and I would just tell people, I'd be like, yo, she's so good at drawing and blah blah blah, da da da. But I remember asking her, because she had one drawing and that I really liked, and it had something to do with Vash eating donuts or something like that. And I was like, hey, can I have this picture? And she was just like, oh no, blah blah blah, da da da. And I was like, oh okay, I understand, because it's I don't want to take people's drawings away from them. Sure, I was just asking because she, she called, at the time she was calling her art trash and stuff like that, and it's oh, it's not that good, whatever. And I'm like, okay, if you don't think it's good, let me have it, right? Of course, now that I'm older, I understand what she was saying, but yeah, I asked her, I was like, yo, can I photocopy these? Because I would love to color them at home. And she was just like, no, blah, 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 right? And at that point, of course, I didn't get it, because I wasn't drawing art like that. And I didn't really take my drawings seriously, right? So I don't know what specifically could have gone through her head, but those were her drawings, and she had a right to be like, no, you can't do anything with my drawings, blah blah blah. But her not letting me photocopy them, that irritated me so much that I was like, okay, whatever, fuck it, I'ma just draw my own. I'ma get good enough to draw my own. And Lord, oh, I tried drawing Vash. It was so terrible. Like, I was not good, or my art was not as good as hers. And so, yeah, it was, but because I knew that I couldn't ask her for a picture, I was just like, okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna draw, and I'm gonna get better at drawing to the point where I don't have to ask anybody for it. Like, I'm just going to provide my own drawings for myself and be happy with that. And so ever since then, and I would say that was middle school, but it was like near the end. And I think because my drawings weren't as good as hers, I got bummed out and then I stopped drawing. But yeah, that was the start. And then, okay, introduced the story with my friend who got me interested in writing, and then writing with art got me introduced to comics and wanting to make my own stuff and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. There, that's the story. What was the question again? I don't know any artists. I mean, we can talk about like mangakas and stuff like that, or we can talk about no. There is an artist named 𝔼𝕟𝕠𝕪𝕚𝕟𝕘 on Instagram, and their art is so fire. I got introduced to their art because I saw their comics on Webtoons. I thought the premise for their stories were fire. I thought their art was pretty dope. But then, and then there's this other artist called 𝔼𝕟𝕟𝕬𝕟𝕜. She is so good at her art. Like, the way she saturates, like, the colors. I just wish, like, one day we're gonna have a conversation and she is going to teach me how to color really well. But okay, 𝔼𝕟𝕟𝕬𝕟𝕜 and 𝔼𝕟𝕟𝕬𝕟𝕜, I really like their art. I especially like how 𝔼𝕟𝕟𝕬𝕟𝕜's art seemed to evolve, and so did 𝔼𝕟's too. I really like their art. I think their art is amazing. There, that's my answer. So I came up with my pen name due to the fact that I really like Dragon Ball Z. It's probably one of my top favorite animes, but within the story of Dragon Ball Z, I always liked the concept of a Nimbus cloud. I thought it would be cool. I thought it was a cool and kind of dreamy idea to like have a cloud that you can sit on and it can just take you anywhere. I've always loved the Nimbus cloud, and yeah, and then I'm an artsy person, so I just came up with artsy Nimbus, and yeah, I would try and have like a cute little signature that dealt with like clouds and stuff like that. But yeah, that was how I came up with it. I've had other pen names too, but this one just really sticks. But yeah, that's it. That was hard. Hope you guys enjoyed my answers.